Let's go. Plan for the session, just a quick overview. We're going to help you set clear goals and targets for the new year. It's important for us to do that. We do it in our company. Every business should be doing this. So we want to realign KPIs, like things that you're tracking, things that you know that you're on the right path towards success and achieving those goals. We're going to map out your plan for accomplishment. We're going to go over your budget, channels, marketing channels, important trends that are happening now to stay aware of and top of, and set you up for some massive success in 2026 and beyond. Because what you're doing now is paving the way for the next 3 months to 3 years. We do have a workbook. I'd encourage you to download that. Kayla, can you drop that in the chat? This will actually take you to a page where you can pull up a Google Sheet or a PDF and follow along. And if you don't, just have a piece of paper next to you and I'll just walk you through some of it's really short and simple. But having that workbook's going to really help you. And later on, if you like to print it out, that'd be great for yourself and just keep it by yourself because this is what's going to help you pave the path for 26. All right. Part of that plan is we're going to have you go to our lead generation target planner and a budget planner. It's going to help you align with where you're at today to where you want to be and look at how many leads you're going to need to acquire and how many jobs you're going to look at in order to hit that goal. Who am I? Why should you listen to me? I'm the founder and CEO of Roofline Marketing. It's a specialized marketing agency built for roofing contractors and service businesses. Over 20 years of experience in marketing and digital strategy. I've been building websites since 99 and online marketing since 04, even though websites were back in 99, just wasn't what it was in early 2000s. So I'm a proud member of the Western States Roofing Contractors Association, where I met a lot of people who I've been privileged to be in conversation with. Some of them are now our clients, and it's just a great relationship building. And I will be at IRE next week in Vegas. That's the big one at the Vegas Convention Center. So I am also recognized as a trusted speaking and expert by local chambers of commerce. I've done workshops in person, and now we're doing them online. So I've built over 1,000 contractor sites, launched over 1,000 campaigns, and helped generate millions in client revenue. And obviously that's cumulative over time. Doesn't happen overnight, but our strategic SEO and ads and AI systems definitely help with this. So here's just, I know most of it is just me, but it's me out there just getting to know people at the expo, going to job sites. I go through walkthroughs and stuff like that with our clients. Just really privileged and blessed to meet everybody here. Back into the plan. These are some of the biggest marketing trends of 26. So Google and AI decide who gets shown first. And this changes how homeowners find roofers and contractors permanently. AI is changing the game. Owning your leads beats tracking your ads. Businesses that control their leads, their conversations, and follow-ups outperform those. In other words, rather than buying leads from third parties and relying on that, you want your own. You want them to come into your first party lead, meaning it's your business, it's your brand, they're coming directly to you. They're not going to a third party platform or a big list. So speed to lead is the difference between booked jobs and lost jobs. It's getting even more critical now. That time frame is shortening up. It used to be 15 minutes, then it was 5 minutes. Now you're like within a minute, you need to be responding to these people. The response time now directly affects rankings and close rates. So it's not just acquiring the job from the customer when they first contact you. Google is tracking whether you're answering that call or missing the call or replying to the message. And you'll see that in platforms too. Yelp does this too. It tells you exactly how the average time for people to reply back. Facebook does it too. Like when you're replying back to people, it gives the customer an average time. Like it says an hour response or 15 minutes or 2 days. Reviews and reputation as ranking infrastructure. And this is what Adrian was talking about, reviews. It's not just how many reviews you have anymore or necessarily the quality. The quality definitely helps, but what it's doing is when you have the number of reviews and you have the high quality together, they're influencing visibility and how you show up in Google, and more importantly for the next decade, how you're showing up in AI. So it's building trust and conversations and AI recommendations. So if you don't have reviews on on Google or any platform, AI is just not going to trust you. That's what it's going to come down to. So systems beat hustle. Companies without systems hit ceilings faster than ever. And to keep this simple, a simple system is when someone contacts you, there's an automated reply to them. You're at a job site, you're up on a pitch, you're in the vehicle, you might be in the office. You never know where you're going to be throughout your day. And when you miss a call, especially if you're answering your own calls, that directly impacts you acquiring that job. So it's important to at least have, and I'll go over the bare minimum of what you need for this. And then obviously there's more advanced systems such as marketing systems and the stuff we take care of. So number one, we want to set clear goals. What are your goals for 26? Success goals, all is just commentary. Meaning when you plan out that goal and you reach it to us, and in general, that's success. Everything else, the excuses and all that's the commentary part. We know it happens, life happens. We all have personal lives that we build our business really on top of. And when you have a good personal foundation, it helps set the tone for the business foundation. And when you have those goals in mind, it's motivation. It helps just to write it down. Even if it's just one, you put it on your wall. Again, we have that plan. Make sure you take a look, download the workbook. You get a copy of it on a Google Doc or download the PDF. But if anything, just make sure you have pen and paper so you can sketch some of the stuff out. So what we want to do is go over what you're currently at, like where you're currently at as of the end of 25 into 26. What's your average monthly revenue? Are you just starting? Are you at 10K a month? Or are you at a million or 5 mil? Like where are you at throughout the year? Divide that by 12. That's your average monthly revenue. Make sure you write that down. Then you want to write down your typical number of jobs you run per month. So think of how many you're averaging per week. Is it 5 or 50? Write that down, multiply that by 4. That's your average per month. Other key metrics. So you want to do your average ticket value. This is how much someone's paying you when you're done with the job. When you're doing a re-roof in California, you could be at 15 to 20K, and you're in Arizona, it could be 12 to 15K. It just depends on where you're located. And I know roof repairs can be anywhere between 500 and 5,000, depending on the amount of the repair. But what's your average? Consider your average. And normally you would take your monthly revenue and divide that by the jobs. And that's your average ticket value. So say you're at 84,000 a month, which is $1 million a year, and you're doing 20 jobs a month. That's 4,200 an average ticket. Your average conversion in the field. This is when normally we go out, we give in-person estimates. When you give an in-person estimate, what's that conversion like? Do they immediately do the job, or do they need time and wait and they price shop, or do they not do it at all? And as a side note, just remember, just because they didn't do it then doesn't mean they're not going to want to do it in 3 months from now. Now we want to look at 2026. This is just a quick exercise and then we'll get into the rest. What's your goal for 26? If you're at a mil, do you want 1.5? If you're at 2, do you want 3? What's the average? What's that goal look like in the next 12 months? How many trucks do you want? If you're at 1, is the goal to 3? If you're at 5, is the goal to 10? If you're at 10, is the goal to 20? What's the goal? And yeah, we want some realistic things in here, but we also want to think big and aim high. Whatever that number is, I suggest you increase it more. And then last, why is that goal, that revenue goal, and that number of trucks important to you? Or crew members. It could not just be trucks. It could just be crew members. How many crews do you have? You have 1 crew, 2 crews, 3? How many do you need? But why? The why is really important. So we have a calculator to help you with this. This calculator.rooflinemarketing.com. It's in the workbook. You can click on it. I think it's on page 4. Click on that and you can put in some, you put in your the revenue goal we just talked about. You put in your average ticket value there, and it gives you your monthly revenue target. So I put in the revenue goal is 1.5. The average ticket value is 12,000 a roof. So your monthly revenue target's 125K. You need 10 jobs to hit that target. So this is key. Use this tool. It's super easy. It's public. And it just helps you, and refer back to it. Just check it out. It's a quick rule of three calculator. It helps you with the what you're doing now and what you're doing for the end of your target. Goals. So what is your goal for 2026? How many leads will you need monthly to get there? That calculator will tell you exactly how many leads you'll need. How many leads to get to that target. With 1.5 million at 12K an average ticket, and you have, say, I'll be modest, a 33% closing rate, that's 1 out of 3 closing. You need 32 leads a month to hit that target. Now you already have what you have, you just separate the difference. Meaning, if you already have 5 jobs or 10 jobs a month in the next target, then you just know that you need 5 extra per month. Goals. Is it just revenue? Is it family? Is it vacation? Is it time? Is it freedom? We're doing this for a reason more than just the business. This is the marketing budget planner. That's part of that calculator. You just click on the link. All that information just pulls through, and it tells you how to budget, to online marketing, to offline marketing, to repeat business. Online marketing is like the stuff that we're going to go over. Offline is shirts, hats, swag, signs. So it's page 5 on the workbook. I pretty much went through that with you. It'll give you an idea of where you need to allocate your online marketing based on how aggressive you want to be as well. So if I am at 1.5 million as a target, and my marketing investment is 8%. So look at this criteria here. To maintain, you're at 1 to 5%. Right? So if you're at 1%, your marketing budget is $1,250. But normally you know what you're going to get in return for that. 8% is right around a low or moderate. And obviously there's big corporations that do really aggressive 15% and more. But 8% and you're at 1.5 million a year, your whole marketing budget in total, not just online, is 120K. That's about 10K a month, and you split that out. Now you can adjust these settings, like half of that go to online, 40% go to offline and repeat, or you might not even do repeat, and it might just be online. So it tells you exactly right away. And then down here, how are you allocating it? A percentage to SEO, percentage to pay-per-click, ads or meta, and then display like retargeting. And then it tells you where you're at monthly. Is this making sense? Anybody have questions about this so far? Raise your hand if you need. I'm gonna get right back into, sorry, get right back into my screen. I lost my slide deck. Sorry about that. Give me a second. That's odd. I had a feeling when I switched the screen, something was gonna happen. All right, try this one more time. I'm not seeing it. Bear with me. Ah, give me a thumbs up if you got my screen, please. All right, thank you. So went through budget. Now is your marketing strategy. Here's the bread and butter of what I'm talking about. We have a revenue ramp. This is our system. It's a system to accelerate your business growth. Number 1 is drive leads. Number 2 is you maximize conversions. Number 3, you optimize your results. You drive leads through organic, through SEO, meaning it's not everything that's non-paid to be up and come up in search visibility. Like when someone's doing a Google search, everything that comes up organically without you paying for is organic SEO. It's called search engine optimization. Then another thing to drive leads is paid ads, obviously. Then database reactivation, which we'll get into. Maximize conversions through your website, through your reputation, and through automation. And then you optimize those results by optimizing your total spend, how much you're spending, the budget we talked about, how much it's costing you per lead, and your total overall ROI, how much return you're getting on your investment. So does SEO still matter? I get this question, especially the last few months with AI. Absolutely, it does. Do people still search online? Are they on their phones? Yes, SEO is it. As of December, this is the latest trend track. As of December 25, 84% of search still comes from Google. I was just talking to a contractor a couple weeks ago, and a husband, wife, and the wife says, "Hey, Google's dead." And I was like, "What?" Yeah, AI is taking over. Yeah, AI is helping, but 84, that's 8.5 people out of 10 in the world are still going to Google to search. So if Google still exists, you need SEO, you need organic. Of AI, of all those tools that are out there for AI, splitting Google aside, ChatGPT has about 80% of market share. Google also uses Gemini, so it's within the search result, but at least it's giving you that as well. 80% are from ChatGPT. I don't see that changing anytime soon. It's just going to keep growing. Yes, the other tools will grow, but you need to be able to making sure you're coming up on chat as well. So the whole point is Google and Chat GPT both search the web. When you do a search on Google, it's searching www, the entire World Wide Web. When you search on Chat GPT, I don't know if you can see my screen very closely, but it says searching for roofing. I just put help me find the best roofing contractor in Hollister, searching for roofing contractors, Hollister. It's searching the web. And all of these examples on the next screen here, look, Hollister Roofing, that's our client. They're number one for a reason. Regardless, there's little links in here that goes to their website. You have to be visible with the site. It's so important. So yes, SEO still matters. What about AEO, GEO? I know this is very technical, but AEO is answer engine optimization. That's when you go to your phone and you say, who installs metal roofs in Hollister? And they give one answer, sometimes a few. That's where your Google profile comes in place, right? Google, depending if you're using Siri or an Android, it will search through maps, through Apple Maps or Google Maps, one or the other, either or even Yelp. AI tools recommend your business by name when they generate advice, comparisons, or lists. Meaning when you go to ChatGPT and actually search who's the best roofing company near me, everything that pulls up is all stuff off the World Wide Web. They look at companies that fit their criteria and how much trust and authority each company has. How many reviews do they have? How qualified are they? Where are they located? Do they have social media? Are they active on social media? All of that takes in place. And it comes up based on reviews and experience. This is what we recommend. So the tools that influence GEO is ChatGPT and Claude. Those are just tools. So think of Google as a tool, ChatGPT as a tool, Claude, Perplexity, stuff like that. It's just a tool to get people what they're looking for. So SEO helps get you found. AEO, AI, helps you get chosen when you're on that tool. So it's really SEO done clearly enough. And SEO, to put it simple, your website is done clearly enough that AI can confidently vouch for you. So AI, GEO, requires clear service definitions, no vague or thin content pages. You can't go to ChatGPT and tell Chat to write a service page about junk removal or roof replacement in LA and copy and paste that and put it on your site. It's like a bot talking to a bot, and they still need to build trust, right? You need explicit statements of expertise. What are you really good at? Not just a menu of I do A through Z, but I do this and I do this in this city. And this is why we're the expert in this, because we completed this job. We completed this project. Show real photos. Don't stock photos are of the past. You can't really get by with those anymore. Easy to extract answers like FAQs, lists, and summaries. In other words, when someone calls you on the phone or you're at a job site or you completed a job or you're during the job, and customers are asking you questions before, during, and after. Those questions need to be listed on your site and answered. So it's not just contact info, which is name, address, phone number, hours, stuff like that. It's deeper than that. You want to answer people's normal questions, because once you do that, Google can scan it, AI can scan it, it learns more about your business, then it could recommend you. If it's not on your site and it's not listed anywhere online, it pretty much doesn't exist these days. So you want obvious authority signals. Authority meaning the experience, how many years, background, father, son, husband, wife, family owned, started in the garage, started in the living room, whatever that is. Where's the experience coming from? Are you educated on it? How many jobs have you done? Licensing and proof. In other words, it's taking what you already should be doing and amplifying it even more. SEO is so much more important these days than ever. It's not dead. If you'd like to get a free GBP, GBP is short for Google Business Profile. That's your Google Maps listing. We'll give you a free audit. It's our AI tool that actually goes in, you hook it up to your Google listing, and then it'll give you here's the info that you need to correct. Where are you lacking? Where are you doing well? It's a free tool. I'd recommend use it. It's also, I believe, in the workbook and on our site. So Google is still king for direct service-based searches and local intent, but GEO AI-driven platforms are catching up fast, especially for FAQ style, educational, and comparison-based queries. Think of how your behavior when you go to chat, what are you looking up? How-tos, wheres, whens, all that stuff. You need that information on your site, somewhere online. Even if you're posting that stuff on Facebook or Instagram, the web picks up on it. Answer that question on a post. Whether somebody likes it or not, it's written on the web, and AI and Google can pick up on it and answer it for the people searching. So many users are bypassing traditional search and asking AI tools directly. Not all, not most, but many. This means you need to show up in both places. So the new SEO formula: figure out what most important keywords are based on your service area and search volume. Roof repair, Las Vegas. Roof replacement, Los Angeles. General contractor, Salinas. You can do this with free keyword tools. The Google keyword tools out there, WordStream, SpyFu, Google Ads, they all can do this. You just pop in your service and your city, and I'll give you a bunch of recommendations. You can also use ChatGPT, but it doesn't have the exact stats. It'll just give you recommendations. So set up a great website with unique pages targeting those keywords. You don't want an A through Z on a one-page site. You want unique pages, one page per service, then one page per city. Optimize your website for user experience, site speed, core vitals. When someone lands on their site on a phone, you need it to load quick. You don't want them to have to zoom in and out too on their phone. That's a killer. Optimize your site for SEO, on-page optimization. That's just standard stuff that we do. I know it's technical, but it's really taking those keywords, writing really good, unique content about what you do, positioning you as authority, and posting it on your site. Build your authority off-site optimization. That's in person as well. Track your results. This formula isn't new to us. It's actually how we've been doing it since 2011. Every single rollout that has come out for Google, if you've heard of the algorithm, people try to beat the algorithm to get up on top quickly. And they've been doing that forever. They'll do black hat or unethical things on the site to get them up, hiding stuff in the back end. We've never done that way. And every time Google has rolled out a new algorithm update, we've surpassed and actually come out mostly on top. It filters all the crap and people that are not going by guidelines, and it helps the people that are doing correct and right and ethically come up higher. So this is just an example of roofing keywords. Like if you use a tool, highest overall search volume, making sure you have roof contractor plus the city, roofing company near me, that's plus the city, residential roofing, roof inspection. You need all these pages. And it can't be 100 words or 50 words or just a picture. It needs to talk about it. AI roofing search terms. This is stuff like writing blog posts and answering these questions throughout the pages that you're creating. These are questions that you generally would go to ChatGPT and ask. How long does a roof replacement take? And then the next question might say, find me the top 5 in the area. Your website must answer these questions, show reviews, projects, and experience. So if you like a free ranking report, make sure to schedule something with us. We'd be happy to go over this in detail just for you rather than a generalization of it. rooflinemarketing.com/schedule. Back to the revenue ramp. Now we're getting into paid ads. I'll go through this as efficiently as possible. What paid ads do, they accelerate. They put you on the top. So I'm just looking at a computer because a little under half of search is still done on a computer in front of a desk. People are working at the office. They're not always tied to their phone. They have to use a computer too to work. The local service ads are at the top. Why Google local service ads work for contractors? It's the top of Google. It's above all ads and above everything else. And you only pay per lead, not per click. So you're only charged when a real call happens. Meaning if someone's looking for a job or they're asking to remove a mattress and you're installing roofs or asking you to install a roof and you take out mattresses, you don't get charged for those. It's a Google guaranteed screened. So what we do is we help walk you through everything with your license, your insurance. It all gets verified by Google so that you could come up on the top. So it's the highest intent and one of the strongest leads you can get today. So people are searching, are ready to hire, not just browse, and most of those calls are ready to go. Then you have pay-per-click. So right under local service ads, you have pay-per-click. That's just the normal PPC that you might have heard of for a while. It takes the larger part of the screen, but you can see they don't look like this. You can't book, you can't call, can't message, you're not seeing the reviews. Let's start with LSA, then get into PPC. There you also have Google Map search ads. So when you're looking on the map on a phone or on a computer, you can promote your map listing to the top with a pay-per-click ad campaign. Then you have meta ads. These are some examples that I pointed out. Just image ads, you have video, and then you have a carousel of a really beautiful home being redone from start to finish. Then you have retargeting ads. This is when someone goes to your site and you get an ad that follows you, meaning you leave the website, then you go to Facebook or a news website and an ad banner shows up. That's a retargeting. So why most ad campaigns fail? Normally, it's because there's poor setup and weak optimization. Have you ever seen, I clicked on an ad, and this is why a lot of people just still don't trust ads all the time, but there's still a percentage that click on them, where they're nowhere near your area. Meaning you're looking up an HVAC contractor or a roofer, and they're like in another state. That's because whoever set it up didn't set it up properly. You also have a set and forget it management. This ad campaigns constantly need care. You need to look at budget, how much you're paying per lead, you're targeting the city. There's quite a bit goes into it. Weak or generic ad copy. It shouldn't just be click here or free this, or you want to stand out. You don't want to blend in. Low quality photos or videos. That's a big one. Don't run an ad with stock photos. Use your own. There's no clear offer or call to action. What's the offer? What are you giving people when they click on it? Are there guarantees? Is there same day service? Is there a 10% off? Is there a free vent with installation? And this is a big killer. Slow or missed lead follow-up. You're paying money to get the lead, and then you either don't follow up or you don't follow up for 24 hours or 2 days. Within really 50, like you have maybe max 15 minutes to get back to that person normally in order to keep that lead warm. By then, they've moved on. Sending traffic to bad landing pages. It's just a poor setup. No tracking or lead quality review. So ads is really important. It accelerates, but it's a process. You start with the site, build your foundation up, get into local service ads. Once you have enough revenue, you reinvest that to PPC and you keep going, and that's how you scale. Database reactivation. A lot of people are sitting on a gold mine of contacts. How many contacts do you have on your phones? How many contacts have you emailed in the past, have emailed you, leads, prospects, whatever? Over time, that mounts up into the thousands of people. You take that database, you reactivate them, you send out, hey, John, this is Ashley with ABC Roofing. We're in your area this week and have a few roof inspections we're giving away, normally $197 value. I'm going to save one for you. Casual, like you're texting your buddy, hey, I got a ticket to the game this week. All right, you don't want this big old long campaign of who we are. Like they've contacted you at some point, they know you, and you're just bringing them back. You're winning them back. For whatever reason, that job didn't go through 3 months ago, or even 3 years ago, I've seen this work. And then it's just a casual conversation. Lock them in. There you go. So we took a list, and this is just an example from a plumber. They had about 3,000. I think they had about a 5,000 list. We didn't even get to 3,000. They had 140 people reply. 67 of them booked, and 62 were completed. And I still think there's numbers off here. I believe that there's a lot more. Again, this is plumber. It's a little bit different, but either way, the system works. And you can see on their pipeline, there's about 24K in there. And this wasn't even completed. They had so much work that I paused this campaign. So what I'd like you to do really quickly is, if you have the workbook, great. If not, just jot down. Highlight each of these areas below as either green, yellow, or red. Green, you're good. Yellow, they need some work. And red, you probably aren't doing it at all. Even if it's just the lead side. Are you doing any organic? Are you doing any paid or database? Do you have any of this set up? Where are you at with that? Next, your website. Is it ready? Is your website set up to convert visitors to quotes? Doesn't have to look exactly like this, but you can get the idea of mobile friendly, desktop, easy to communicate with. Is it ready for callers, for people to click to call? Is it ready to get leads? Is it ready to get them to set up for in-person inspections and estimates? Is it ready to convert chat? People that just are browsing and have a quick question. That quick question can turn into a big job. So how can we get your website to convert better? There's a list here. I'll go through this as quickly as possible, but it's really making sure you have conversion drivers like chat, click the call buttons, get a free estimate, adding real photos of your team, of out there in the field, of your truck, of your crew in the office. This is real authentic photos. Add video, showcase your reviews online, get the basics in order. Make sure your phone number is big and large at the right-hand corner. Sure, there's a web form for people to contact you. It's not a brochure. You want people to interact with this thing. Make you money. Make a return on it. If you're just sending someone to a one-page site that just talks about your services with no means to contact you, but a phone number at the very bottom that's a scroll to, you're not going to convert very well. Update the calls to actions to ensure they speak to your customer's avatar, the pain points they're having. Do they need it now? Do they need it later? Is it emergency roof repair? Is there a storm? Or can they plan this out over the summer? Leverage coupons that match the page they're on. If they combine services, maybe give them a free vent. Add live chat to your site. Offer clients the option to book online. Next is your reputation. How is it? How's your rep? Here's just an example. Some Google reviews, and then this is a screenshot of what they have on their site. Google reviews, screenshot of their site. You can do these one by one, which is no problem. You have to do them on one by one, but you can ask one by one, or you can send out a link, or you can use an automation tool, which is, are you automating? When you're done with the job, is there something automatically sending something out, a text to Joan and John that, hey, how was your service today? Would really appreciate a 5-star review. Thank you. Or if you'd have a minute, would you mind leaving a 5-star review for us? It helps others get the same service you did. It's not just about you, it's about them also having the ability to help other people. And when they leave a review, they're helping other people get a good service. Is your lead flow always the problem? When I was at the expo in September, we had a short little survey asking people what their biggest challenge was. Every single one put lead flow. It wasn't the only problem, but every single person put lead flow. When you have a pipeline like this, means you already have the lead. Is it really your new lead flow? Or are you not managing it with the system properly to move them down the pipeline into a completed job? So do you have a system in place? This looks complex, but all this really helps when you move this card over to this lead into the job complete. All this stuff happens automatically. That's automation. We have it right on our site. Within 60 seconds, people get a ballpark estimate of the service you're providing. That is powerful. People are going to your website. Give them what they want. They want price and proof. How much is it going to cost me? And have you done this for other people? Those are the main two things that people are doing when they search. Think about when you're doing it. When you're looking up a TV, how much is it going to cost me? And what are the proof of how did it work for somebody else? This is what happens. You take less than a minute and they give you this. Our estimator will do this, and we give it to your client, your customer, and we send this to you. So you know, at the ballpark, it pre-qualifies the lead. Before you contact them, they already know. Low end's 19, the high end 33. It gives you an idea what to expect before you even talk to the person. Excuse me. AI receptionist. This is just a log of all the calls this roofing company. I believe it was within 10 days, there was about near 20 calls, and 14 of them were actual leads, and it filtered out spam too. All those calls that you're getting, hey, your listing's out of date, or do you need an extra line of credit? Like all that, it just filters all of it out for you. And then it gets handed to you with a transcript of their name, their address, their phone number, and exactly what they need. This is the flow. The missed call comes in, or you can have it answered for you when they call your line. Preferably to start with, it's only when you miss the call. So rather than going to voicemail, it triggers a receptionist. AI takes the notes, reason for calling, and it sends you the transcript and the lead right to text message so you know. And then you want follow-up, automatic. This is the automation part, right? We're on the automation. Follow-up. As soon as someone requests something, hey, Taylor, this is Tanoch at SVW Designs. We're now booking estimates in the next 24 to 40 hours. What day works best for you? You don't want to stop at 2 or 3. Some people respond immediately. Other people, they did it they filled out the lead in the middle of the night, or in this case, this was 9:29 at night, and then we kicked it off to go at 8 in the morning. Anyways, you need some follow-up, automated, rather than waiting for you to do it one by one or your team to do it. So here's the problem. 50 to 60% of inbound leads leave unconverted. They're just stuck in your pipeline if you can see them, or just a number that's in your missed call log, or somebody that you reached out to. You need a system to track it. 90% of web forms fail to convert because of lack of response. Here's why. Leads that are not followed up within 15 minutes go cold. The average customer must be followed up with 5 to 7 times before booking. I see this a lot. Our system will follow up day 1, 10 minutes later, and then day 2, then day 3, and then we taper off. So today's consumer prefers to interact via text message versus phone call or email. Yes, you get a lot more calls today than you did before, but when they're interacting through your site, they didn't call you. So message them back the method that they want. So here's the bare minimum solution. You need to leverage automation to follow up with anything anybody that's contacting you on your website within the first 2 minutes by phone, text, or email. You want to automate that so every prospect is touched at least 5 times or more to enable a two-way conversation. Life happens, people fill out forms, people are searching, and then they get a call, and then work comes up, and then aunt calls, and mom, there's a lot going on. So it's not always personal, it's not always directed to you, it's just a timing thing too. Where do you line up on the website reputation automation side? Are you green at all, yellow, or are you completely red? So are you automating? Half my advertising spend is wasted. The trouble is I don't know which half. You need to be able to track it. You need to have a system in place. Like we track how many clicks, conversions you're getting, meaning the leads, and cost per conversion, how much it costs you per lead. This is for a roofer. This is for a roofer. This call tracking, just a quick peek. Dashboard that tells you how much is in your pipeline. Just an example, how many leads you have and the value of those leads. So look back, where do you rate yourself in any of this? Green, yellow, red. If you're red, that's definitely where you want to raise your hand and put your most attention first, most likely. But if you haven't started with your main foundation, which is a site or a Google listing, I'd recommend starting there. Takeaways, like what area do you need to focus on most? What's the lowest hanging fruit here? What have you started on that is not finished? That's usually the lowest hanging fruit. Or what just needs to be tweaked to get launched? So here's just some examples of who we've worked with. Barry Purdue at Host Roofing, the team pays attention to detail, and the call volume has tripled since I started using Jeremy and his team. This is me going out to one of the job sites he did last month and just took some pictures. The most amazing experience using the team at Roofline Marketing, experience and knowledge of how their marketing process worked, pretty much of what we're talking about, has moved my business into a position of success in a short amount of time. I highly recommend their service. I've been working with Notes for a very long time. He did really bare minimum for a long time. As far as marketing, he just put up a site, set it, forget it. And about 12 months ago, right around this time last year, he said, "Hey, I really need to do that thing you've been talking about. Let's do it. I'm going to take the risk and jump." And the feedback that I get from him now, the conversations that I'm having with him today are completely different than the conversations I had with him 12 months ago. His business has changed completely. He's working with his son. They're getting paid. They're making revenue. They're generating leads. They're helping a lot of people rebuild their homes, rebuild businesses. People believe our operation is professional. Website came out nice, easy process, everything. Looking forward to working with us. This is just I thought I'd share because sometimes I get texts personally from people, and this was a birthday text, and they just wanted to say thank you for what I and the team are doing for them and appreciate us. It's a lot of the gratitude I get that we can't see every day, and I'm sure you guys feel the same when you're helping all your customers. So it's really special when you get something like that. So what would it mean to you? Think about those goals. Think about, are you looking at the revenue part, the time with family, the ability to choose the jobs that you have, to be able to turn down things that aren't the right fit and take on things that are, that will help you scale. What would that mean to you? So reach out, help, let's talk, just post if you want some help. You're always happy to. This is our roadmap that we pretty much went over. Yeah, reach out, schedule. It's no obligation. We'll talk some more about it. I'd love to help you. This is the roadmap that we have that we just went over: leads, conversions, results. It's just 9 clear steps, and you can't do them all at once, but I can tell you we take care of quite a bit of this. All the setup, all the monthly service, The main thing you need to do is ask for reviews and hand us some photos. We take care of just about everything else. I want you to leave today, no matter where you're at, if you're watching the replay or you're live with us, come up with some action items. Just take a moment. What's the next thing you're going to do? Come up with 3 things. All right, we're right at the 1 hour mark. So here's what we covered: clear goals and targets for the year, realigning KPIs and tracking, which is that calculator and budget planner, mapping out your plan for accomplishment. We looked at budget, we looked at channels, we looked at important trends to help you set up for massive success in 2026 and beyond. So if you'd like a free online marketing plan review, personalized and customized to your business, we do an analysis of your online visibility, come up with custom keyword lists, ranking reports, show you where you're at today. Online directories like listings such as MapQuest, Yelp, and all those other ones, making sure you're consistent because that has to do with your trust and authority. Analysis of your online reviews and reputation, where you're listed. You might have some old Yelp reviews from 10 years ago. You didn't know that was a 1-star. Let's help you get back up. And Google, is it verified? Are you posting? Analysis of social presence, your Facebook, Instagram, YouTube stuff. Are you there? How well are you posting? How often are you doing it? Analysis of website conversion. We'll review your site. If you don't have one, obviously we'll recommend to get one, but we'll go over the key points of why you might not be converting. You have traffic going there, you're well known, you're ranking, but you're not converting as well. Why not? Let's look at where that phone number is placed, chat, how effective is everything there? And that wraps it up. So I appreciate everybody's time today. I am looking forward to helping everybody, and I will continue to make it my goal to continue creating systems that help build revenue and scale businesses. Thank you all. Any questions? Anybody have any feedback? Kayla, do you have anything? Adrian, anything you want to ask? Anything that stood out to you?
I understood quite everything. I'll just give you a call because I got some other questions.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll set up an appointment or something.
What was your biggest takeaway from this?
I want to get more work, more leads. Right now, I'm lacking on it. It's just my logos on my truck, so I need to get started.
All
You know,
right.
yeah.
And how well were you able to follow along with this? Was it could you understand it or
Yeah, I can understand a lot of it.
okay, good. Good.
Yeah, a lot of it because man, I see a lot of work slowed down for a lot of people there. So now I understand why. Now I understand why.
Yeah.
And when a lot of people are going real cheap right now, and it's hard to compete. So
Mm.
I need to get something to get going just besides my logos on my truck.
Was this helpful?
Yeah, it was helpful.
Good. Okay. What about you, Kayla? Any takeaways from it? I know you're in here day in and day out, but is there something that really stood out to you?
Honestly, I just really enjoy the whole workbook. I think when you can get people engaged in putting their own numbers together and seeing where they're at now, because not everybody wants to be up front right away or doesn't want to talk about discovery, but I think it's really helpful to have this workbook and those calculators so you can really hands-on see, okay, if I do this with these different brackets, whether I want to be low and moderate, things like that. I think that's the most helpful thing that people can see so that when they're looking, thinking that they might be stuck, you might be stuck with, oh, I just have the logo on my car, or maybe just a Facebook page. There's just so much more that can be added to it. It really gives a big insight into what some of those top companies are doing and those top competitors are doing. So I think it gives everybody a little bit of an edge to get a glimpse into it, to see what needs to be done. And I think it can hopefully help a lot of contractors and companies get excited about all of this stuff and really digest it and understand it because as you mentioned throughout this, there's a lot of technical talk, but I think this breaks it down really nicely so that hopefully everybody here enjoyed it. And then also so that they can share with other people, just so they can take their first step. Because all it takes is one step, one little commitment to it. It's really a big commitment, but in a sense, it's a little commitment just to get started and get your website, get your ads going, things like that. And one step today could mean that next year you're just completely working remotely in Mexico or Hawaii because you have 4 or 5 crews set up and you can just move it all along and have that revenue coming in. And I think that's one of the coolest things about the program here and what we do is it's obviously not just making money as a marketing company, but it's seeing the money and the transformation that people are making in their lives and being able to potentially dramatically change it. One day you could be in a small apartment and next year you're in a 5-bedroom house on in the hills or something like that. I
Mhm.
think this is all really valuable. And I think my biggest takeaway is I really just want to send this workbook out to everybody I know who's a contractor. I'd love to get my dad to actually watch this so he can understand it too. Cause I think there's just so much room for potential out there too. Cause a lot of marketing programs will do 1 or 2 things or just one thing and not all of the things. And when you
Yeah.
commit to this type of a program and you let these things run, you suddenly realize you don't have to do as much hands-on work as you thought, and then you get a lot less stress. And overall, I think that's a really good thing, especially in the contractor, in construction, all those types of world. You can get easily stressed out with all this stuff, and I think this just makes it feel a little bit calmer.
Yeah, I really appreciate that feedback. I'm definitely going to be doing more of these more often. It might not be as in depth for a whole 26, but I'll piece these out by little topics that come up and have smaller ones throughout the year. But yeah, I'm ready to continue helping contractors scale and grow. And it's true what you said. I have really close friends that have multi-million dollar contractor companies and they travel quite a bit and they're working remotely. They're taking calls on the beach. And that picture that I showed you, that's a real picture. That's a real beach. And I've been on that beach with my buddies taking those calls. They're scheduling the jobs. Obviously, it didn't happen overnight and it's a lot of work. But what we're doing is helping you leverage that so that you don't have to do it all. We want to create this system that helps you grow. And it won't always be perfect the first time. And that's why we tune it. And that's why Kayla and I are here and the rest of the team to help tune that, to help it grow. All right, everybody. I wish everybody a great 2026. And I'm looking forward to having many conversations coming up. Thank you all. And I'm going to stop here.
Thanks, everybody.